Namaste, my loves. Welcome to this general guidance under a new channel name. I think I'm going to talk about it in a separate video, but first of all, I don't really know what is like coming. I've been held back for any reading like for 4 or 5 days. They wanted me really to focus on my divine feminine energy. They wanted me to focus on really balancing out myself, sleeping enough, getting enough rest, having a look at my nutrition and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm like, I think I'm kind of back. I already actually got some insights. I got the insights of pardon, that's our neighbors, but they're fine, I swear. So the point here is that I got an insight about timeline jumping, which is actually the most dominant one, because I've been receiving a lot of, how do I say this, a lot of downloads, recently, and the point here is that the topic or the theme of jumping timelines, because we are ascending, especially the collective that I'm reading for, we are already jumping timelines. What does it mean practically? And from a very 3D point of view, we are kind of ahead of the time. The point how I came to this is because I have been watching an astrological video, and I felt like, they did some sort of a weekly taroscope, and I actually found myself kind of energetically a little bit more in the future. Or the energy about what this person has been talking about referred to me now like how I'm now. So it's like I'm about 3 or 4 days ahead. Okay, so, and I was thinking first, like, how is this possible? I mean the new moon is occurring on the 14th, and then I got like, I'm getting visions, and then they showed me like something where, how do I put this? Okay, now I absolutely lost it. So anyways, timeline jumping 3 to 4 days ahead. Time and space doesn't matter. That's what they actually wanted to point out. Time and space doesn't matter, simply because we are no longer, yeah, that's exactly how they want me to put it. We are, and if I say we, I'm most specifically really talking about like the collective that I'm reading for. Our vibration is way more higher than typical 3D. I mean, that's what we are working towards. It makes absolute sense. So yeah, I would say let's jump right in. I would really like to use the Starseed Lightworker Oracle deck. I have a blend of both of them in one deck. I want to use this deck first. Okay, 3 cards. My cards are really resilient. I think resilience is a theme, because I heard this word in the previous days pretty often. Resilience, determination. Yeah, it's I'm seeing the 6 of Swords, which is talking about a transition phase. In specific, seriously, the reason why I intended to do this reading is because my guys wanted me to talk about the energy that is like kind of building up from now on to the 21st, like the official date of the Great Conjunction, 20th. And now they show, yeah, 20th. Okay, so let's have a look. I've been shuffling enough. So the first card that we have here is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Of course. Then we have Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yes. And this is like, you know, they really want to remind us of our, you know, galactic, of our galactic nature. They want to remind us of that we are no longer bound to 3D circumstances as we have been like 10 years ago. They want to remind us that the only reason why we are ascending is because we are more our heart space than our head space. And therefore, Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart fits like absolutely perfect for this. The heaviest insight seriously here is, or the heaviest like information and pointing out is absolutely, yes, being in the present moment. Being in the present moment, and your perception is your biggest tool. Okay, that's the point. So then, oh Lord, I cannot believe this, Kitty. If you watch this, the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. That's the listen. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. It is all about surrendering. Okay, it is really all about surrender to like this 3D perception like of chaos. You know, we need this. We need these extremes in order to push us further. You know, it's like, it feels like a ping pong. You know, because it's like happening very fast. Okay, I don't know how to explain this better. So it is happening for you, not to you. It is, again, we're talking about perception, guys. Okay, because this is absolutely based on your point of view, how you view your life, if it is happening for you or to you. Okay, obviously. So overarching energy is whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency, sound, diving deep. Yes, and I'm being reminded right now in this moment of the previous video of, I think it's the previous one, of Lori Ad, where she was sharing like her vision about, she has been astro traveling, and she said that she was able to have a view on the whole planet, like how all our light is like spreading out and we are shining so freaking bright. And that's what they mean. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep, because our frequency, the frequency that we have, and I'm being reminded of Schumann resonance, the frequency that we have is creating a tone. Okay, the tone, because you know that each planet is having a tone, so also does the Earth. And what I kind of feel from this is that the tone, the whole orchestration of the universe sounds different because of us, because each planet is having a tone. And when alignment, and when the Earth is like coming more into alignment, there it's different, you know. So the whole orchestra, the whole song, you know, universe means one song. So the whole song is changed, and it's and I heard it's like an octave higher, you know. And in the back of the deck we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Exactly. So, and that's what we are kind of talking about today. What is your soul calling you to do? That's why we're here. We are here for guidance. Okay, so many of us already know that Okay, being in the present moment is pretty important, of course. Really having a look that maybe you're doing stretchings because your physical body also changes. For some women, a hint, some of you may experience a change in your cycle. That's also what could happen. Let's see, maybe I'm not very much into physical ascension symptoms, but I would say let's see, maybe we can get something out of this. So any guidance. So we have here the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles, and I'm feeling very much, actually, that's actually why I'm using this deck today. I'm feeling drawn towards this deck. So I believe with a good tarot, I'm not going to use the typical Rider-Waite explanation if not necessary. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I don't really feel like building a firm foundation, because that's absolutely what the Pentacles are all about, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, really building a firm, solid foundation with... do you see the light that this deck is shining like? That's awesome. And it's yellow. Okay, that's confidence. Okay, we are building a new foundation based on our belief system, based on our high vibrational belief system, based on our confidence. That's as within, so without, and as above, so below. So this card does not only talk about our the whole collective consciousness. This card is talking about, like, seriously, also in specific in regards to yourself. Okay, where do you need to step up? Okay, where are you asked to really speak your truth and really stand your ground like the stag, and really shining with confidence? Okay, because you are following your intuition. Okay, you're listening to your inner voice. That, I mean, I know that we have not been growing up like that, you know. Many of us have been growing up like, man, you have to use your logic, blah blah blah, and all of this stuff. And I mean, seriously, logic is not a bad thing. That's why many of us, where we have some sort of, you know, let us label them empaths, you really need to ground yourself. That's also what the Ace of Pentacles is talking to me about. Okay, so those of you that are very much like pretty quickly influenced by others' energies, or where you are very much feeling them, where you're able really to sense people's energies very easy, grounding yourself and really having a good sleeping routine and hydrating yourself, especially grounding yourself. I know I said it like a lot, but it's like, that's the basic. Absolutely, that is the basic, and taking care of yourself in first place. Okay, fill your cup, honey. So then we have the Four of Swords. Yeah, so the Four of Swords is talking about a resting phase. Okay, so, and it's like very much interesting, actually, that, you know, she's having feathers on her head. This is like very much talking to me about, you know, turning inwards and connecting with your guides. So we're talking about meditation. So the Four of Swords in January is about resting and rejuvenating, is what I hear. So as you see, I just want to show you guys, this is leading to this. Okay, you need to rest in order to stand your ground against energies, or in regards to maybe things that are appearing in your work life or in your relationship life. Yeah, if you're having a hard time, or if you're struggling currently with really like keeping up with good vibrations, I absolutely get you. And I can tell you absolutely that I know what I'm talking about. But what I can also tell you is, what is absolutely helping is get out of your head. And if you are not able to do this, do something like that. Have a talk with your inner child. And seriously, I know that there may be some of you that are not doing this on a regular basis. Okay, I'm pretty aware of this fact, and I do absolutely understand you. It sounds weird and it's like not familiar. I get you, but give it a try. Okay, give it a try, because that is seriously something that you are going to benefit from a lot. Seriously. And let me tell you something. When you become, and that's a promise, as soon as you become a little bit more familiar with talking to yourself, because your inner child is you, and maybe all out of a sudden there is some sort of situation occurring where like really stress out and you're like getting some sort of anxiety, like the anxiety is taking over. That can happen. Okay, that can freaking happen to freaking everyone. Doesn't matter if 3D, 4D or 5D. I'm serious. Okay, that can happen to everyone because we are living in a 3D. Okay, in this case, being in a good connection with your inner child really is going to save your ass. I swear. I mean, seriously, it is going to save your ass, because in the moments that I've been like feeling so destroyed, and that happened like pretty often in the previous 14 days, I really turned inwards and had a frank and open talk with my inner child. And I know that I know how to uplift people. So that's what I did with my inner child. And I showed her like all the accomplishments that we have been achieving. And all the internal security factors that we are actually carrying within us, but we're just not practicing them often enough, you know, in order to implement them as a belief system, as a habit. Okay, so the more often you're doing this, the more safe you're going to feel. It is going to catapult you to a seriously different point. Okay, and that is a hack. I'm serious, that is a hack. And you will feel a lot more secure with yourself because you know who you are talking to. Okay, you know yourself. And I mean, in this case, like for real. Okay, so yes, in case you're having some sort of anxiety attack, have a talk with your inner child. Go to take a shower. Drink a glass of water. That's what I just got. That's not coming from me. I'm still struggling sometimes really with hydrating myself enough, okay? Gratitude. Yeah, I really want to get into gratitude. Gratitude is a big fat thing. So seriously, first of all, each and every one of us, we are manifesting differently. We could actually like have a look at your birth chart, and then we can find out like what is the best way for you to manifest. Okay, so the point is, I'm looking at this thing like very logic. Okay, manifestation needs to be fun. Okay, and when we're talking about gratitude in communication with the topic of internal security and manifestation, yes, these things absolutely belong together, and they're working hand in hand. So some of us do really feel a little bit like, including me, offended by no, it's not that dramatic, but it's like absolutely not my thing writing a gratitude list. I'm serious. It's not my thing. I'm just not someone who's writing something down. I love communicating it. and then I'm like very high vibrational. So but that's actually in the end this where we want to get. So you have to really figure out for yourself. And when we're talking about practicing gratitude, ask yourself, okay, do I prefer to write it down? Do I prefer maybe to do something like a ritual all around it? That's, for example, something that I really like to do. I do have my, I think, which is like the important planet this for this is like Jupiter. I think I do have Jupiter and Sagittarius. That's like the planetary constellation which is telling us like how we manifest. Okay, like don't quote me on that, but that's how I got it. Okay, so we are manifesting. Pardon me. We are manifesting and grounding ourselves, each and every one of us, like individually. Find out the best way for you. Now it's all about comfort, not about like, oh, am I doing it right? No. First of all, it's about comfort. Okay, as soon as you feel comfortable and you're feeling like this sort of practice, like bringing you into a high vibration. Some of us may feel it in our solar plexus, like the solar plexus starting to vibrate or something like that. So yeah, that's absolutely something that is going to support you. I would like to draw another card. The Four of Cups. Okay, let me have. Okay, and I heard compassion. So now this is the imagery. Do you see her? I seriously love this card because I like the way she looks. Like she, she's actually wanting to hand over a present, but she's like hesitant. Okay, I understand. It's not only about compassion, it's about receiving gifts. What is the Four of Cups usually in the Rider of Tarot? I absolutely missed it. Anyways, in this case, it is about, okay, Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take, okay? And now we are getting to masculine and feminine energies. Wow, that's a jump. Okay, so balancing out your masculine and feminine energies, which is like very much beautifully depicted with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, like this balance that we need to have in our head space, in our like root chakra, crown chakra, root chakra, balancing like our masculine and feminine parts out, with the Four of Cups. I think what they also want to point out with the Four of Cups is, oh, okay, so the typical Rider-Waite tarot deck card for the Four of Cups is actually about gratitude. But we passed this, okay? We have already been talking about gratitude enough, that gratitude is important in order to stay high vibrational. Anyhow, with this card, when we're talking here about compassion, equal give and take, yes, we absolutely need to be grounded in order to give freely, to give compassion in a compassionate way, in a compassionate manner. Okay, I mean that's no news for you. Okay, let's have a look at what is the current energy that is surrounding this collective. Okay, done. 3 cards. New Moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Yeah, so that's actually what I've just been talking about. Some of you might have from time to time maybe some sort of a down feeling. And guys, I just want to tell you, like, when you have this down feeling, try as often as you can, keeping in your head, it is not happening to you, it is happening for you. Okay, and not only this, let me explain it to you in a how do I say this, maybe in a more familiar way. Yes, it's a birth, point blank period. Like, I mean, I couldn't really put it any better. It is a birth. Okay, and New Moon in Scorpio, 8th house energy, death and rebirth. I mean, like, thank you. Oh man, so that was like pretty obvious, but yes, absolutely, it's a rebirth. Okay, 8th house energy, which is like very funny because I found out that the Saturn Jupiter, Saturn Pluto, the great conjunction, and I really completely lost it, but this conjunction is happening in my 8th house, the like the house of karma. It's like, I think it's also the house of karma. Like, I'm excited, I'm serious. So, and then we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yes, that's absolutely let me show you. That's absolutely the balancing out of the Ace of Pentacles, coming into the Ace of Pentacles by going through the Four of Swords, okay? Coming into alignment, coming into confidence, coming into internal stability, stable enough to create a new foundation out of what you have been accomplishing throughout all of these years. For some of us, it is talking about years. For me, it's like, I think it's like 7 years or 8 years that I'm in this now. So that's, we have been working a lot, okay? We have been working a lot on the stuff, okay? Some of us have been a little bit like faster, others not, and that's like completely doesn't matter how quick you have been evolving. Like, it doesn't make you a better person or like maybe someone who is not good. Bullshit. Yeah, don't let pride get in your way. A full moon in Leo. So what I actually see with this is we just had a full moon. Just give me a moment, because, you know, we are heading towards the new moon in Sagittarius, I think right on the day that this video is like uploading. Okay. I was a little bit confused because of the full moon energy, okay? But now I absolutely get it. We recently had a full moon in Gemini. It was a full moon eclipse, which makes sense that we still have full moon energy, since the eclipse energy is like lasting like until about like 6 months or something like that. So makes a lot of sense. Yes, and I do really feel with for some of us, it's really like with this new moon that we're heading towards, with for many of us, including the great conjunction, is absolutely going to be like a rebirth. I mean, we're having like a lot of karmic energies like around us, but yes, with what is your soul calling you to do, and don't let pride get in your way. Seriously, guys, grounding yourself is going to be important AF. Okay, or a last one, okay? And we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So, yes. I got here especially in regards to Taurus, because we're talking about money, you know? I do feel like for some of you, abundance planning is absolutely necessary. Yes, planting seeds, of course. I mean, it's like seriously crazy. I mean, we are heading towards a new moon, still in the full moon energy. Like, they are completely overlapping those energies. So we are getting like endings and beginnings like in the same time frame. That's crazy. That's crazy, and like all happening at once. So I would like to draw a few additional cards and slowly closing the reading out. So guys, guidance here, absolutely take care of your internal balance, point blank period. Okay, I would really like to know what are the energies that are kind of building up for this collective. Okay, so we have Jupiter. It's Jupiter, am I right? Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, which is like very interesting, because Sagittarius is also about traveling. positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. So the Jupiter is all about expansion. Yes, and I think the other planet that is like conjuncting with Jupiter is, I think it's have some sort of a restrictive energy, okay? Then we have North Node. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this. Destiny, soul school, learning curve. Yes, because we have this new moon. I think the last Sagittarius new moon that we had, solar eclipse that we had, was when it was in the South Node, I think. I think the last full new moon was in the South Node. And now we have the North Node because it was like shifting, okay? So which makes absolute sense. Second house, assets. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about the material world, and I do really feel that this is like very much about, you know, things are manifesting in the physical reality. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, and I just got one of these cards. Full moon in Aries. No, not full moon in Aries. Doch. Full moon in Aries. Doch. Yes. Full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah, I mean, seriously, we have emotions are running high. Supermoon, that's absolutely the energy that I'm getting, because, you know, the thing, how do I come to this point? Simply, and oh, it's 32-23. Simply because everything that is vibrating on a higher, like when atoms are vibrating extremely high, they are becoming material, they become materialized. You understand what I mean? I mean, it's like, it's not like non-physical, it is in the physical. Okay? So everything around you is like 0 point energy. Everything around you is like unmanifested stuff. Theoretically, seriously, your room is full of stuff. But it's just like didn't match up with your energy yet, so to speak. Okay, so second house, assets. I want to give this one last shuffle. Okay, conjunction, empowerment, combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes. Allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, overwhelms. Yes, that's overwhelmment is absolutely, that's why we have here the card about like work through your fears. Okay, that's okay, I get it now. It's like very much all about the North Node, okay? The decisions that you are going to take within the next 3 weeks, okay? And of course, always, okay, always, but the decisions that you are taking are like very karmic, very very destined, very intuitive, and we want them to be intuitive as possible. That's why you need to ground yourself, because you want to have, you want to I just heard you want to take flight. We want to use these energies at a higher vibrational level. We want to use those light attributes, okay? Because conjunction can also talk about overwhelmment. Okay, we don't want to be overwhelmed. We want to thrive. Okay, we want to take flight. That's what we actually want. Actually, so I think Uranus, revolution. The thing here is, this is like Lightworker stuff. Okay. Why do I get this, and why am I thinking of rustling around when I hear Uranus? I don't know, but I've been reading something about Uranus yesterday. I absolutely know that I've been reading something about it yesterday. We have breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening. Yeah, technology, innovation, which is like very interesting because it's very much coupled to like the age of Aquarius, which is all about innovation, which is about, oh, maybe Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius. I don't know. Anyways, we have a freaking huge possibility taking a freaking leap. Okay, leaping. That's why I've been reminded to talk about timeline jumping, and that's actually what we're doing already. Okay, so last card is the sun being, yeah, I mean, that's the divine masculine energy. Okay, the sun is divine masculine energy. So getting into action, we have expansion, we have empowerment, we have revolution, we are ready. You know, the thing is that what I heard about this, about the energies that are kind of building up until the date of the conjunction, is like one planet is like very much pushing. Yeah, it's about expansion, and the other planet is about like restricting, not, or like keeping it into place. Okay, it's like we are sitting on our packed bags ready to go, but we intuitively know not yet. It's like not yet. It's like, yeah, waiting for the perfect wave. Our intuition is absolutely going to tell us when it is the right time to leap. Trust it. And until then, ground yourself and make things that are making you freaking happy. Okay? That's all. That is all. Have a look at your daily business. You know, keeping your schedule as small as possible. Resting, hydrating, movement, stretching your body, stretching your mind, stretching your heart. Okay? So, yeah, that is the guidance here. Great. I want to close out the reading with an affirmation card for all of us. Okay? Okay, they say two. Okay, I'm going to draw two. So 2 affirmation cards for us, please. I want to close out the reading. Okay, and we have despair. Yeah, which like fits beautifully to the new moon in Scorpio with work through your fears. Absolutely. And we have the card of true love. So let's start with despair, okay? I need your divine, oh, my favorite word. I need your divine intercession right now. Oh, great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel of your love. So, yes, that's, you can have this talk with your inner child. Again, it is very helpful having a talk with your inner child, having talks with your inner child, okay? True love, your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. Yes. This is very beautiful. True love does not expect. True love simply is. Okay? So as we are. We simply are. We don't expect, we simply are. Okay? Because what we do comes from true love. Beautiful. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I highly appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, I'm wishing you a blessed week. Namaste.